Hello. I have no idea what I'm doing. If anyone's on here, say hello. Por favor. I want to try these chats, but I don't understand how they work entirely. Yo. What's up, Darian? Have any questions? Shoot them now, brother. Can you hear me all right? Greetings. Hey. Yep. Yo. All right, everyone hears me all right. I'm just going to run down the card. And if you guys have any questions, just shoot away. If it gets crazy, we'll switch up a little bit as far as that super chat nonsense. But yeah. So, what do you guys want to know? My thoughts on what? Pick my brain. I never do this. What's up, Ron Walker in the house? What's up, brother? Greetings from Canada. Hello. I've been there many a time. You have wonderful gentlemen's clubs. Yes, Calvin Qatar. Yeah, absolutely. It's he's ascending, and I think Lamas is descending. So, what do you guys think of 3 rounds versus 5 rounds for Cowboy and Ferguson? Thoughts? Anyone? If at any point you can't hear me or it's fucked up or it's slow, just put it in the comment section. The early prelims on UFC Fight Pass, apparently. Eddie Wineland's fighting. Calderwood. Do I have this right? Oh, Angela Hill, okay. And she's fighting that prospect. Preliminary card, though. Tatiana Suarez. There's one to watch out for. All right, I see some questions. Tony in 3 should be 5. Agreed on should be 5. Oh, Tony in 3 down than 5, huh? That's interesting. Tony's, known for his cardio. That fight is such a coin flip. I feel like Tony shines in the distance. Yeah, I don't disagree. Should be main event. Who do I like in the fight, Ron? I like Cowboy to catch Ferguson. We haven't seen Ferguson get taken out, and I don't think he'll submit him either. I think Tony's got really good jiu-jitsu off his back. Being a 10th Planet guy, that's kind of where they thrive or shine. But Cowboy's got those head kicks. I don't know who watched my breakdown, but he did that deflection on the jab. Who's that? Matt Brown into a head kick. I mean, those are the kind of things Tony does get caught with. And if it's a shin to shin, or a shin to chin, rather, that's good night. Let's see what else we got here. UFC needs to stop making all non-title fights. 3 rounders. Yeah, I understand. I get both sides of the argument, to be honest. What's up, Sal? What's up, my brother? Henry or Moraes? Rooting-wise, who do I think's going to win? Moraes isn't so far removed from myself, if you can see behind me. Why? And Cejudo's people have tried to contact me before, but I didn't. We couldn't find common ground, let's say that, to work with them. But he's doing well. Moraes, I'm going to take. Cheers in Argentina. Never been there. I've been to Brazil. What else we got? The shoeies. Yeah, why not? Cowboy by KO, Olympic gold medalist or magician. Does anyone else think that Cejudo's gimmick is a little lame? No? Too cringy? If that's what you mean by too cringy, unless I'm being cringy, then yes. He's cringy. What else we got? You guys, Sal and Pompous Psycho, you two are hilarious to me. Lame, but you're picking him to win. Yeah, I mean, he is an Olympic gold medalist. Is it true that I helped Khabib with the Conor fight? Maybe. I can't really say much. Yeah, I attempted to. I think I did. Yeah, I'm tired of him too. Cringe to make. Yeah. Yeah. He's just trying to get some popularity. I get it. It's this era. Give me some fights, guys. Throw something at me. Questions. So who'll be like embrace the cringe? That's good. Uh, is anyone really that bothered for the co-main? I don't know what you mean by that, bud. I'm with you. I think Cejudo embraces his coach. Yeah, that guy. He's the one that reached out to me. I think his name's Eric something. The one that had like blonde hair and real like Rick Moranis glasses. I'm probably dating myself by saying that, but yeah, I just couldn't. It's like I think they thought it would be everything was free. That's not how it works. Yep. Yeah, Ron, I don't think that's a bad point. Tatiana. Yeah, I think that's an amazing fight, Matthias. What's up, bud? I recognize most of your names. Well, your handle names. Tatiana Suarez is embracing the Khabib as a woman designation people are kind of giving her, and I love that about her. Especially it being him, and it's not always it's lonely being a Khabib fan, friend, whatever. Sometimes I get it. Very cool. Let's see what else. But I love Suarez. I like her chances to win. If she does win, I think Luke Thomas spoke to this. I agree with him that she'll start her ascent after that. Valentina versus Jessica I. Valentina has looked really, really good at 125. I'm gonna go with her. Although she just seems to lack knockout power sometimes in spots. Interesting fight though. Let's see. Off topic. Top 3 strikers in the UFC would it be? I'd pick McGregor, Adesanya, and Artem. Adesanya's one. He's like an easy one for me. Number one. Then it gets real. I'd have to think on that. That's tough, man. There's such up and comers. Rivera versus Peter Yan. I'll get back to you, Zachariah, on that. Let me think about it. Peter, I'm going for Peter Yan. Did you see my breakdown, Don? I just did a breakdown of the man. Kid's wonderful. I'm rooting for him. I want that thing to skyrocket. Either that or my Patreon account, all you guys. And maybe there's one girl in here. I think Nina has a chance. Yeah, absolutely. Of course she does. It's a fight. Is the co-main a bit of a mismatch? It may look that way. Yeah, it may play out that way. Thank you, Matthias. It means the world. You're welcome, brother. Bro kiss right back. Big Rails. I don't have any coke, man. Yes, I am. Seamus, what's up, brother? It was your idea, by the way. Thank you. Great idea. I'm thinking about maybe doing one either later if I'm not too stoned or tomorrow. What else we got? Yeah, Peter Yan winning. Yes, I do. I think he'll win, and I'm rooting for him both. I wish, man. I'll get to that. So, striking going to be a little bit too much for Grosso. Yeah, I mean that's what I think it's going to come down to. Sterling Munoz. Again, I'm always going to preface picks that I'm somewhat related to with that. So I know Aljo pretty well. He's done like the podcast with the guys from Dublin. And he's a extended Henzo family guy. So I'm rooting for him to win, and I think he can win. But I might be clouded in judgment by that. GB 211. Every time I think that's going to happen, something seems off. I don't know. Someday. Yeah. My patrons, my people. You get stolen for the fights too. Yeah, I have to because I'm a maniac. The fighter in me gets a little too fired up. There's one girl. Hello, dear. Valeria is in the house from all the way in Brazil. Ferguson or Cerrone? I don't know. I'm leaning. See, here's the thing, guys. It's guys and girl. It's fucked up if Cowboy wins. What happens? What happens? Connor get a free ride? Someone's gonna get fucked. Probably Tony. It's tough. Normally I'd root for Cowboy. Ferguson's just so weird. And Cowboy's story, I think, is awesome. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to be surprised by many outcomes there, but I think if it goes the distance, I can see Ferguson like slicing him up enough to do damage and win that way. But in a 3-round fight and they're going guns ablaze, Tony pulls away in 4 and 5 usually. You think RDA, Kevin Lee to some extent. I know there was Staff, and then you have like Barboza. He pulled away after he kicked him in the head on the ground. No one ever talks about that, understandably, especially if you're a huge Ferguson fan. What else we got? Yeah, very strangely, I agree completely. Impressed on all. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Don. That's very kind. He could. From everything I'm hearing about him. So the question is about Khabib. Could he drop Dustin? He very well could. What he didn't do in the Conor fight that I thought he'd do, based upon me potentially maybe having some input, was he's got a vicious left leg kick. His right leg kick's pretty good. He used it against Iaquinta, but for whatever reason, his lead leg, he can turn his hip really fast, and I think it's probably his hip fulcrum throws that he's got that like extra power in such short space. Because with your lead foot, a lot of times that's the whole reason you switch kick. You're giving yourself more distance now with this round to come around. But his left kick low is deadly, so he'll use that to then throw like an uppercut or do like feint shot into one kind of thing. So maybe I think I see him winning. How about that? Fight in 3 weeks. I don't know who you mean, Mobbin Mars. Clicked editing. Brennan Schaub. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think people give a. Oh, I hope not. Yeah, he's gonna fuck with him though. Could be. That's real. That beef is real. Yeah, I think so. On Mr. Shuey, makes me nervous. Yeah, I see that. Because Tony and Khabib is like, if it doesn't happen, we're all getting robbed, all of us. Bullet versus bulletproof. I'll go with Valentina. Tony has to, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Valeria. Exactly. I did not lie. I don't think Cosmosis, but I love the name. Oh my man, that's the best name in the history of Twitter right there. OG Bobby Johnson. And most of you have no idea, especially if you're not from the East Coast. All right. Cowboy wins, never gets Khabib. Tony, I'll be gutted. However, I feel Cowboy drops. Yeah, I see Cowboy dropping him. That's like, if I picture the scenarios, I feel like my breakdown on Tony was one of the hardest I ever had to do, because he's so all over the place and unpredictable. I mean, that's kind of his number one strength, right? He's not a super athlete. He's not all that fast or all that strong. He's unorthodox. And Cowboy's like very orthodox, but for whatever reason, I don't know. I just see it going that way. Conor walking straight through Cowboy. He has much better footwork, man. Yeah, he could make him look silly standing. I don't know for sure. Eddie Wineland's opponent, I know he's got a good record and he's a prospect that they like. Yeah, kicks to the, okay. Yeah, I don't disagree with Cowboy looking at counter. High caliber. Yeah, Valentina is very, very versatile. Schaub annoys me too. I don't know. I know he's ridiculous with that as far as Cowboys' scheduling of himself. What do I think of Shevchenko's footwork? She's on her heels a little more than I'd like, but it works for some people. Conor McGregor is flat-footed, guys and girl. Just, it's not always bad to be flat-footed, but sometimes her footwork can look a little clumsy because of that, but it's not bad. It is. It's not Roses. Roses is fantastic, but it's good. Take a fight. Got that one already. Sneaky submission. Let me see. I don't think anyone will get submitted in that fight. Not in 3 rounds. I just don't. It could happen. They're both black belts. Tony, Conor gets. I hope you're wrong, J Jack. I just hope you're wrong. No offense. I don't know if you're a Conor fan, but Yeah, it just doesn't make it. It makes no sense at all. Dropped in yeah, and then KO'd. Okay, yeah. On Tony is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. That was hard. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. I had to work all day. I've been up since 5 this morning. Cowboy really knows how to finish. Yeah, that's Cowboy's the great white shark in him, if you will. If the smelling blood in the water, or whatever you want to call that thing. He's amazing at that. He hurts someone and he puts them away. When do you ever see Cowboy not when he gets someone hurt? Type of guy to ankle. Well done. Well fucking done. Always hanging on. I like. Oh, someone asked me that earlier, but I'll answer again. I think Qatar. I'll take Qatar over Lamas. Lamas is just kind of doing. It's one of those crossroads fights I talk about. One's kind of on the rise. Qatar's been around, but he's still a rising fighter, and I feel like Lamas is kind of doing the opposite. So I'm gonna have to go with Qatar there. Does Tony hate midsections? Because he's vicious with it. And Cowboy is definitely susceptible to body shots, as we've seen with Pettis. And watch for this too. Watch for Ferguson to stand southpaw. Because when I talked to Duke Rufus on the phone before was it before the Pettis? It might have been afterward, but he knew to fight Cowboy lefty because Cowboy isn't the best against lefties, and as you know, Duke is kind of a genius. What did I miss? Bulletproof. I don't get that. That's hilarious. How did that type of guy, like Tony Ferguson's the type of guy who? How did that start? It's wonderful. I don't know the impetus. Yeah, I do too. Tony's hands are underrated. He holds them low too, though, and he holds his chin high. So as a classic traditional boxer, he doesn't have good boxing, but he has good MMA hand striking, and his elbows are amazing. I hope Tony and Marlon go to the body often. If Marlon wins, it's especially by knockout, there's going to be some happy people. A lot of people. Henry's not making friends lately, it seems. It's from what I'm hearing. Do I agree? Spinning back kick. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe the best. Barbosa's is really good. Like if you mean a traditional spinning back kick in a Taekwondo sense, yeah, it's right up there. Barbosa's is savage too. TKO'd second round. Cowboy. Why not? Qatar worries you. Yeah, I know. He doesn't check. Although Lamas doesn't throw enough leg kicks, and he's good at them. Westeros. Yeah, I get the reference. I was disappointed, to be honest. The ending of that. What would you? Tony versus Connor. Love to see it. I'll tell you that. I have a feeling Connor would catch him. I don't know why. If it goes past 3, though, see ya. Tony. If over 3, if under 3, Connor. Running leg kicks, they're so weird. Yeah, everything Tony does is weird, including when he talks, walks. I know a guy from Detroit. It's cold there. It is cold in Detroit. It's cold where I live, but not today. It's 90. Tony Cerrone's jiu-jitsu will come into play. I think it's going to be more striking, to be honest. That because neither of them are wonderful takedown artists. I know he talks about snap jitsu and all that. Tony's got a wrestling background, but you don't see him like shooting double legs, and Cowboy's not gonna fall for a collar tie into it. I just don't see the game being on the ground unless someone gets hurt and a follow-up happens and they come right back. I will. I promise. I'm trying to squeeze a fucking nickel out of this thing, guys. You understand? Suarez, fantasy matchup, Suarez, Shevchenko. Let me see a little more Suarez first. I don't know. Oh, good to chat with you as well. What's up, bud? There he is. Brad in the house. What about Ferg's pressure? Cowboys been known to struggle. One guy. Yeah, I thought Iaquinta would play off that theme. Ferguson's pressure is slow. Remember that. It's not like what, say, Robbie Lawler did to him or RDA. They're faster. They're more fleet of foot, we'll say. Do I think Tony's chin will go down from taking too much? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where he's at. He hasn't fought in so goddamn long. Sterling via submission. Oh, let's hope. I'm trying not to miss any of them. It's tough. Someone's got retracted, and I don't know why I didn't do that. Let's use pressure. Yeah, I know. That's the what's the saying? Immovable object versus irresistible force. Did I get that wrong? To Cosmosis Jones there. Your fucking names, dude. You're killing me. Tony winning, however. Okay. Yeah. Kron Gracie, legitimate contender. Ooh, Jesus. I want to say yes. I think Gary Tonin has more upside. I'll say that. Cowboy Eye. Champ. All right. Too many kicks against Cejudo. Rice works with Mark Henry mostly now, and he's so boxing-minded. I think he'll know better. We'll see. You can kick wrestlers too. That's not... People overplay that theme as far as experts. We'll see. I think he'll be smarter than to just keep kicking away. He's got great kicks though. Kevin Lee I don't know with Kevin Lee. I really don't. He's got no cardio. Target the knee. Like with Chos Boss kick, or as Rogan will call it. What does he call it? An oblique kick? No, but I think he will leg kick because he always does. So yes. In a roundabout way. But not in a dirty way. Cowboy's not a dirty fighter. Get back to work. Catch you later, brother. Poses the biggest threat to Khabib in the division. No one. Like Islam Makhachev. Tony does. Of course Tony does. It has to happen. Well, if Romero fought GSP, you must know that George is a friend, because who'd ask that? He's too big. I wanted George Khabib. That would be the greatest fight ever. It'd be hard for me to watch though, because they're like my favorite two fighters of all time, and I've kind of gotten to know one of them especially. Intercepting knee play in the fight. Well, it would kind of require Tony to move accordingly. Tough to say. Kron striking it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Kron. It's not just his striking's rudimentary. It's his movement towards engagement. Steroid. Gary's not on steroids. There's other people around him you can make an argument for, but not him. He's a friend, like a friend. Adesanya Rob. Oh God, what a fight! I don't know. Give me a minute on that one. Let's see. On the karate stance, you mean, of Cejudo? They call it the karate stance, the bladed stance. Yeah, his striking's got much better. He caught TJ, man. He's no joke. Cejudo's wrestling's incredible. We'll end with an elbow by Casper. By whom? I don't want to screenshot. I have a good memory, but just who's going to win by elbow, please? Sterling needs to incorporate the dab. I agree. Do you know about the early prelim fighters? Some of them. I'm not. You guys remember I watched all jiu-jitsu, all collegiate wrestling, all boxing. I can only follow so much. So sometimes people in like lower on the card I may not know. Forgive me. John Jones, less than average boxing technique. Well, Gus almost took advantage of it if he had a little more moxie. Digging the live stream. Thanks, man. I'm doing this randomly. It was on the suggestion of someone in the chat, actually. I'm digging it too, actually. This is really fun. GSP versus Khabib will make you so happy. I know. If Khabib moved up, how do you like him against Usman? I don't. Usman's too big. Usman was at the Black Zillions training camp in Boca Raton when I was there, and he's a big dude. He's taller than me, and Khabib is, I think, an inch shorter than me. Usman's just too big. I don't like it. What am I missing? If I'm leaving anyone out, I apologize. Diego Lima against strikers. Oh yeah, I just like to see him in the UFC. How about that? I think he'd do well. Lima's really good. We've seen him neutralized by Rory a bit on the ground, but that was a weird fight. But that MVP was that was incredible. Who's most likely to end in a KO tonight? Moraes. Thank you, Casper. Whose fight is most likely to end in a KO tonight? Good question. Let me look. Well done. Well, the heavyweights, right? I mean, but besides, so Ivanov and Mr. Shuey, that I'd pick that if I had to pick one, but also don't sleep on the Rivera Peter Yan fight. Yan, whatever, however you pronounce it. That's so between those two. Do I think Gus retire for? Yeah, probably. Awesome. Thank you. This was sent to me by AKA. I have a bunch of shit from there. All like Team Khabib official. It's really cool. Usman is way too big. Yeah, I've been around him. He's a very alpha male type dude. He's pretty scary. Tyrone Spong was scarier, but that's for another day. Best chance, Andrade, Nina. Suarez by a planetary distance, because if she gets her down, it's ragdoll time. Fights are at 6:30. The preliminaries, the earlies that are on UFC Fight Pass allegedly. Lima beat Rory. Yeah, you got an argument there for sure. Is it possible to get your opinion on AJ's loss? That's not disrespectful at all. I see how you said it. Okay. No problem. I love talking, guys. I think he underestimated him a bit, but I think Andre Ward, who's a friend of mine, made a really good point. He said that Joshua was too busy trying to be an Instagram model and not busy enough in the gym. I think that's what happened. But I think he's already fucked here. Yeah, I know. Me too. ESPN sportscasters talking. Oh, God. And I live near there. It's weird to me that they haven't reached out, but whatever. Maybe I'm just not famous enough. Let's see. Awkward roundhouse. It is sort of awkward, but he's landed more head kicks than anyone ever, including Crow Cop. JDS versus Francis Ngannou. I like Ngannou in that fight. I like Ngannou actually to make a comeback of sorts. Seems to have found his head. Thank you, Jacob. Deontay hits harder than Francis. No, because boxers tend to just punch harder, honest to God. Being someone that's done both, I've sparred with better MMA fighters by far than I have boxers, but boxers tend to punch harder. So that's not crazy, but I don't know if it's true. As far as Deontay Wilder's punch and Ngannou's punch, that's one of the questions. Weidman's move up to 205. I'm gonna zip on Weidman. I don't love it. How about that? Santos, I don't know. Puncher's chance is kind of a myth, everyone. It really is. Brazil, what's up? No. Champ for Shuey, no. I don't see it. He's incredibly out of shape. Not that I should talk. I've put on a few myself, but I'm getting old. Did I catch Sonny Brown's? Yeah, I told everyone to watch that. I turned my friend Nick, who's a grappler, onto it, and he went on a. I meant to tell Sonny too. I'll text him. He went on a binge watch of Son. If you guys don't know, Sonny Brown's a friend of mine. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt from the UK, I believe. Jeez, I might be wrong on that. He's got the accent. Anyway, he's a black belt Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He does breakdowns. He's really good. And their voiceovers like everyone wants me to do, but I'm stubborn. Okay. Nunes home. Nunes. Adesanya hype train, myself included. Romero would eat him. Well, if he was covered in testosterone, yeah. How Romero's pissing clean is way beyond me, and he needs to make weight anyway. Do you think they should get rid of weight cutting and weighing at the octagon? That's interesting. I think that'd be really hard to manage, honestly. I'd like to see some more divisions, though. I'd like to see 165, 175, 185, then like 200, 220, something like that. I don't know. Change it up a little. Yeah, Weidman moving up, I think, it's not a good idea. Nunes wins. Yeah, I agree. Hermanson, no comment. Costa versus Yoel. Is it a Mexican supplement Olympics? If so, I'm taking Costa because I think Yoel has more natural talent. How far? Ryan Hall? Oh, God. I don't know, man. It's tough to say because beating BJ Penn today means does it mean anything? He's really good. Ryan Hall's, jiu-jitsu is world class. His striking looks better than it is. Sometimes people can learn the flash, but they skip the substance, and I think that's what he's done. Because I've seen him like throwing spinning wheel kicks. I'm like, what are you doing? Because he misses by about 4 feet, but he has potential, of course. Calderwood, yeah, sure. Yeah, I've heard that. Run us through what would happen at Khabib GSP fight. That would take a long time, my friend. Me like this, that's what would happen. Me watching it like this. It would be the greatest fight ever. You're talking about the best clean fighter of all time versus an undefeated champion. I mean, it's madness. Someday I'll deep dive on that. Steep attitude, yeah, very. Some say that. I think Stipe's just real blue collar, kind of a simple dude. I think it's misunderstood a tad. I don't know the guy though. Golden era of 55, you bet. Yeah, I used to. I kind of came up in the golden era of like 205 ish, and then 170. But now it looks like more 155, and I think that USADA unfortunately probably has something to do with that. Sorry if I'm skipping, guys. Let's see. DJ fought Struve. That's funny. Musasi versus Whitaker. I'll take Whitaker. I think people got real high on Musasi late, which sucks. But I take Whitaker. I get it though; it's close. Do I watch? No, I don't watch anime. Do you mean like the porn? I don't know what you mean by that. Pedro versus. I'm old, guys. Pedro versus Sterling, who I hate my dogs. Pedro versus Sterling, who am I taking? Oh, Aljo, but I'm friends with Aljo, so that matters. Peter fighting today. Yes. You can hear my accent, Pete? Yeah, I'm from Mass. I'm not from Boston, though. I'm a little out. Yeah, good call. Paulie. Paulie's got Paulie's beat some really good boxers, but bare knuckles weird. And Artem does have a granite chin. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it, to be honest. Stipe's best chance to beat Jones. I think Stipe could beat Jones. Yeah, he's just much bigger. Can I understand him when he speaks? Mostly. Moose is hilarious. Moose Knuckles. Again, Bobby Knox versus Israel. I love both fighters. I'm friends with Israel, although since he beat Kelvin, I haven't heard from him. So take that as you will. He might have gotten too big for his britches. Hope not. Anime makes you strange. I don't know much about it. It sounds it. South Shua. No. I'm farther away. Thoughts on Tevin Farmer prospect? What do you think of PFL? I think I don't know enough about the format, to be honest. Does rubber guard have any value in MMA? Can anyone name a time? Tony used it against Kevin Lee, and it didn't work the first time when Lee was fresh. and then he caught him with the triangle in the third with it. But rubber guard in MMA, I've seen Barboza nullify it years ago. I'd like to see it work. I like Eddie, I don't see the evidence of it. Thoughts on Korean Zombie? Fun fighter. Great submissions. Most overlooked prospect, probably Peter Yan. He's up there. He's the name that came to mind anyway. And Tatiana, I'd say, but I don't think she's overlooked anymore. Aljo versus Cruz, or Cruz versus winner main event, which is more likely. Aljo Cruz, assuming Aljo wins. Both Whitaker, Romero dominate. Yeah, I agree with I don't know how to pronounce that, but Whitaker and Romero both dominate Mousasi. What time is it, everyone? I know I got a limited. Yeah, I wanted to be off by 6. Let's do. We'll do 3 more minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to run through these. So fire them away. Whitaker, Lombard. Hector Natty Goat Lombard. That's amazing. Is Volkanovski the next featherweight champ? Maybe. I think Zabit makes a case, although his cardio worries me. Am I worried about Whitaker's health problems? You bet. Yeah, he's been on a bum wheel for feels like 4 years. Lima versus Kamaru. Kamaru, I think. His pace is just something else. And he was Jr. versus the Gypsy King. I think Fury's too smart to lose, so I'll take Tyson. Yeah, of course I'll go back on MMA movement. I go on when they ask me to go on, Do you watch ones? Petch, I don't know what that means. Lala eyes, I don't know. Best example of a short striker and best example of a long striker to learn from for MMA. Israel Adesanya tall came right to my head, and Volkanovski short. I get that they're teammates, but that's my answer. Who's better, Askren, Usman, or Covington, as a wrestler or as an MMA fighter? Be more specific on that, on the Askren, Usman, Covington question. Do you mean in MMA or in strict wrestling? Should Jones move up to heavyweight? Yeah, if he wants to cement his legacy. Keep in mind how many people he beat that made 185. No one ever talks about that. As you know, I just say what I think, and I think he's beaten a lot of 185ers on his road to the GOAT. What else we got? Gaethje Ferguson. That would be a bloody fight for sure. Cowboy Tony matchup versus Khabib. I think Tony matches up better than Cowboy because he's so unorthodox. But Khabib is so much better than anyone ever gives him credit for. It's obnoxious. Fighters that make the most noise to the fight capabilities. Jessica I is one of them. I'll skip that one. You're welcome, brother. Anytime. Askren and Lawler rematch. I think there should be. Honestly, I don't think there will be though. I don't know Arman Sarkuyan. I'm butchering that. Promise 22. Anyone that looks promising at 22, it's saying a lot already. Big fan of Wyman. Needs to. Yeah. He's taking some shots, man. It worries me. He's such a good dude. Thank you. You too. Colby versus Usman. I think Kamaru hurts him bad. But I think Colby's better than people think, too. How do you negate someone with a weaponized pace? That's nail on head right there, J Jack. Thumbs up. Very good. Very good. I don't know if I use that exact expression, but that's my thoughts anyways. In MMA, okay, so Usman is the best of the 3, Colby second best, Askren third best if it's MMA. Neither, Shaquib. Yeah, neither. Do you mean for MMA, like for performance? I'll say bodybuilding if there's no caveat. Usman, yes. He doesn't. Barboza, it's too late. He's taking too much damage. Oh man, I don't think Nick Diaz is ever fighting again. Nate, on the other hand, much respect to you as well. You're welcome. Thank you. Please subscribe. I'll do it. This is the last one I'm going to do. Masvidal versus Askren. Great one. Okay. I'll finish on this, and thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll try to post this is my first one, so I don't know how to do that, but I'll try to put it up live or onto whatever saved. Askren Masvidal. What an interesting fight because Masvidal is not Robbie Strong. I'll take Askren. I don't know why. Just what came to head. I'll do a couple more. Okay. Let's see. We got Nate versus Pettis. Who wins? Oh, that's right. That's signed, isn't it? Shit. Pettis wins. PEDs are amongst the UFC elite. Very. But they're not what you think. It's not like Sustanon or like what people at your local gym take. It's not like Dianabol. It's very advanced shit. They have money, you know. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Awesome. Thank you, Valeria. Thank you, everyone. So awesome. Yeah, Jorge's really slick, and I love the dude, and I know him. When I lived in Miami, Jorge was he was like on the up, you know. He was friends with the same people I was, so that's why I was like, I got a Duke guy, and I got a guy, you know. It's like I have to play politics sometimes, and I hate it, but it just is what it is. Interesting fight, let's say that. And do I think Rockhold can ever be champ at 205? Oddly, yes. Yes, Rockhold is just better than people think. He's gotten caught a couple of times, and everyone's kind of like forgotten about the Rockhold that's done some just phenomenal things. Unless he was a PED guy, which is possible. Don't rule that out. And everyone's got a flaw. We all do. Will GSP come back for one more fight? I think he'll. From my sources tell me, he'll come back for Khabib, but I don't think he'll come back for any other fight. Best place to watch live Muay Thai. Oh, Lion in the U.S. it'd be Lion fights. Defense. Oh, Rockhold, right, exactly. But his ground game, nail on head right there. His ground game's incredible. Transitionally. I will do it more often. Okay, everyone. I got to tune out. I'm hearing movement, and I don't know what's going on. And I have little yippy dogs. So I got to go deal with them. Thanks for tuning in. And I had to inherit some Yorkies. It is what it is. I love you all, and thank you for tuning in. Maybe I'll do this again, right? Sound good? All right, awesome. Thank you. Cheers. Enjoy the fights tonight.